in late November, okay? So this gives you a window. How does Rick Allen, Georgia Representative Rick Allen, think about the world? Where does he get his information? Well, in late November, he told Meadows he had a source who confirmed there's widespread fraud in multiple states, exclamation point. Next day, he texted, quote, "From what I can tell so far, it looks like this is high-tech and foreign governments in collusion with Democratic Party to guarantee Biden would win." Again, this is not just a random Facebook post. That guy's a member of the U.S. House. He followed that text with a link to and a description of, and no, I'm not making this up, a video made by a Romanian organization in which a man who says he is a former intelligence officer claims that Ukraine stole the identities of 50 million U.S. citizens to use them in the 2020 election. Okay? Again, member of Congress. And he's giving this to Mark Meadows. He's not doing this for the base. He's not doing this is him being like, we got it. We got him. Smoking gun. The Ukrainians stole 50 million identities. This is a snapshot. There's a lot more where this come from, but it brings us to two big political reckonings I don't think that we've really fully gotten to yet. So one is the obvious one, which we keep coming back to over and over again over the course of the last 2 years. Will we hold Donald Trump to account in some demonstrable way for his role in inciting the insurrection, inciting an attempt to overthrow the American government as we understand it for the first time since the cannons firing at Fort Sumter, number one. The other is, what do we do about the fact that, putting Trump aside, the professional elected leaders of the Republican Party are just completely divorced from reality? That these are members of Congress who are, hermetically sealed in an alternate universe of dangerous authoritarian nonsense. Look at these text messages. These are members of Congress. An elected Republican member of Congress earnestly sending the chief of staff to the President of the United States a video about how Romanians were committing, or Romanian video about Ukrainians committing identity theft to rig the 2020 election, and that the Italians had gotten the satellites to change it, and the Chinese were in the Dominion voting machine? I mean, yes, I'm laughing because it's laughable stuff. It usually lives in the darkest corners of the internet or the drunkest hours of family dinner with your conservative uncle. But this has fully infected the brains of the people who, in just a few short weeks, the same people, like to the person almost, who are going to be running one half of the legislative branch of the United States government.